Yay! Today we're going to be doing 4-6, and 4-6 is all about adding expressions. Okay. Delilah signs up for a health club in a rock climbing gym. What expression represents her total fitness cost after M months? Okay, so if we look at the pictures, the rock climbing is a $65 initial fee and then $40 per month. And then Ace Health Club is a $80 initial fee and $50 per month. So if I want to make an expression for the first one, that would be a $65 initial fee plus $40 per month. So 65 plus 40M. Now if I want to make an expression for the health club, that would be 80 is the initial fee plus $50 per month. And I'm going to add these two expressions together. I'm putting them in parentheses just so you could see how they're grouped together, but you don't have to put them in parentheses. It says what expression represents the total cost. So it's the cost of the rock climbing and the cost of the health club. So now we have to add these together. So what you could do is you could just kind of group your like terms together. So we have 50M and 40M. So 40M plus 50M plus 65 plus 80. So 40M plus 50M is 90M. And 65 plus 80 is 145. So it's $145 plus $90 per month is what the total cost would be. Next, Sophia and Ollie each deposit $120 to open a joint account. They each make monthly deposits as shown. What expression represents the amount in the account after M months? So Sophia's deposit, she initially deposits $120 and then it's $150 per month. And then for Ollie, it's an initial deposit of $120 and then $135 per month. So for Sophia, it's $120 plus $150 per month. And for Ollie, it's $120 plus $135 per month. Now in this next step, we're going to group our like terms together. So 120 and 120. And then 150 and 135M. Now we're going to combine our like terms. So 120 plus 120 is 240. And then 150M plus 135M is 285M. Explain why the initial deposits and the monthly deposits are not combined into one term. Well, they're not really like terms because this is talking about per month, the monthly deposits, and then the initial deposit, that's just one deposit. It's not per month, okay? So basically, they are not like terms. The initial deposits do not have a variable. Okay, next we're on to example 2. Add expressions with more than one variable. Cindy spent $125 on ingredients for muffins and $92.40 on ingredients for bagels. Write an expression to represent Cindy's profit for M months and B bagels. Okay, so if we look at the picture, it says that a muffin costs $2.40 and then a bagel costs $1.80. So basically, and this is how much she's spending on ingredients, so $125 for muffins and then $92.40 for bagels. Okay, so basically if we want to think about muffins, it's going to be $2.40 per muffin, right? $2.40 per muffin minus $125 for ingredients. So this is how much money she's making, $2.40 per muffin. So you could think if it was one muffin, she'd make $2.40. If it was two muffins, she'd make $4.80. but then you have to take out the $125. So she's not going to make a profit until she, gets above $125, obviously. Okay, and then we want to think about the bagel income. Well, the bagel income, I'm going to put that in parentheses, the bagel income is $1.80 per bagel, so B, minus $92.40, because that's how much it costs to make the bagel. So now what we need to do is we need to combine our like terms. So 240M and a $1.80B, those aren't like terms, we can't combine them. You might think we can combine them, but we can't. So we have 240M plus 180B. Then we have minus 125 and minus $92.40. So these like terms we can combine. Those are our constants. So 240M plus 180B, 125 minus 92.40, and some of you are still having trouble with adding and subtracting negative numbers. So if you are, try to think about what the answer is yourself, but then check it in your calculator. All you have to do is you have to do negative 125 minus 92.40, and you get negative 217.40. So 240 per muffin, 180 per bagel, minus $217.40 for the ingredients. That's your final expression. Okay, next, example 3, add more complex expressions. So we have a half x minus 3 minus 2y plus 1/4 x minus 2y plus 5. So basically what's happening here is this plus isn't really distributing to this. Well, you can say it is, right? But plus minus is just minus, right? And plus plus, that's plus, okay? So I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have a half x and 1/4 x. So half x plus 1/4 x. I'm going to put those together. I'm going to put my y's together, negative 2y and negative 2y. And I'm going to put my constants together, so negative 3 and positive 5. Okay, so now 1/2 x plus 1/4 x, we need a common denominator, which is going to be 4. So I can change 1/2 to 2/4, right? Multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So 2/4 x plus 1/4 x minus 2y minus 2y minus 3 plus 5. 2/4 x plus 1/4 x is 3/4 x. Negative 2y and negative 2y, that makes negative 4y. Negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. So this is your final simplified expression. Okay, next. So we're going to find each sum. So we have 9.74c minus 250, 250.50, and then we have negative 5.48p, so that's not going to get combined with the c. We'll just put them next to each other. And then 185.70. Okay, so we have 9.74c minus 5.48p, and then we have negative 250.50, and then we have positive 185.70. These are the like terms that we can combine. So negative 250.50, make sure you're using the negative button in your calculator and not the minus button, even though they're the same thing, but it doesn't work if you use the minus button, plus 185.70, and you get negative 64.8. So 9.74c minus 5.48p minus 64.8, or 0.80, whatever you want to write. Okay, next we have 2/11x and negative 3/11x. So I'm going to write those next to each other. 2/11x minus 3/11x. I'm going to put my y's together. Negative 5y plus 5y. And we have a -3 and a +5.5. Okay, so now 2/11 x minus 3/11 x is -1/11 x. -5y plus 5y, these cancel out, that makes 0. And then lastly, -3 plus 5.5 is +2.5. So it's -1/11 x plus 2.5. Next, let's put our like terms together. So -14.2b, that doesn't go with anything, there's no b's here. We'll put our d's together, plus 6.76d minus 3.4d. And then we'll put our constants together. So -97.35 and -118.7. Okay, so -14.2b, that doesn't combine with anything. We can combine these. 6.76d, so 6.76 minus 3.4 is 3.36d, so +3.36d. -97.35 minus 118.70, so -97.35 minus 118.70 is -216.05, and that is it. Okay, this one I'm going to do down here because I'm running out of room. Okay, so let's put our like terms together. We have -1/6m and 7/10 m, so -1/6m plus 7/10 m. We have 5t and 9t. And we have 3/8 and 1/4. Okay, so first off, -1/6m plus 7/10 m, we can combine these, but we need a common denominator. So the common denominator, the smallest one that I can think of, is 30. They both go into 30. If you put them into 60, that would be fine, but you would have to reduce at the end. So 30 is our common denominator. To get from 6 to 30, I'm going to multiply by 5, so I have to multiply the top by 5. So now I have -5/30 m. I have to multiply by 3 on this one, so multiply by 3, that's 21. 5t and 9t, that's easy, that just makes 14t. And then 3/8 and 1/4, we also have to make a common denominator, and the common denominator is 16. So to get from 8 to 16, we need to multiply by 2, so we multiply the top by 2, and that's 6. And to get to 16 here, we multiply by 4, so we multiply the top by 4, and that's 4. Now, -5/30 m plus 21/30. So -5 plus 21 is 16/30. And then plus 14t. 6/16 plus 4/16 is 10/16. Okay, we can reduce these fractions, so 16/30 we can divide by 2, so that would make 8/15 m, right, just split it in half, plus 14t, and then this fraction we can also reduce, divide by 2, so that would be plus 5/8. So that was a little bit of a longer one, but that's your final answer. Always reduce your fractions when you can. Okay, last but not least. Okay, do you know how? Dylan says that 4b and -2b are not like terms because 4b is positive and -2b is negative. Is he correct? So, no, he is incorrect. Incorrect. I put, no, he is correct. That doesn't make sense. No, he is incorrect. They are like terms because they have the same variable and they have the same exponent as well. Okay, they both have an exponent of 1. We could just write they have the same variable though. Okay, Joel spent $28 for an internet data service and pays $14.50 per month. Okay, so that would be 28 plus 14.50 M. He spent $24.50 to join an online movie streaming site and pays $13.25 per month. Okay, so that would be 24.50 plus 13.25 M. Write an expression to represent the total cost for both memberships. So we have to add our like terms together. So we have 28 and 24.50. So 28 plus 24.50 is 52.50. And then 14.50 plus 13.25 is 27.75 M. Okay. Next, we have 1/3 n plus 2/3 and negative 1/6 n plus 1/6 m, and it says to add our like terms. Okay, so 1/3 n minus 1/6 n, I'm just grouping the like terms next to each other, plus 1/6 m, and then plus 2/3. Okay, so the only like terms we can combine here are 1/3 n and 1/6 n. So we have to make a common denominator. So the common denominator is 6. I'm just going to do some side work over here. So this 1/3 is 2/6, and then we can keep that as 1/6. Okay, and it's actually minus, right? So I'm changing 1/3 n to 2/6 n, and I'm changing negative 1/6 n. I'm keeping, actually. I'm not changing that because it's the same denominator. So 2/6 n minus 1/6 n is 1/6 n. And then we have plus 1/6 m. We can't combine that because they're different variables. And then plus 2/3. Okay, last but not least, find the sum. So we have negative 3.5t and we have a 4.1t over here. So I'm going to group those next to each other. We have negative 4s and we have negative 0.3s, and then we have 4.5 and negative 7.1. Okay, so negative 3.5t plus 4.1 is 0.6t. Negative 4 minus 0.3s, that would be negative 4.3s. 4.5 minus 7.1, that would be negative 2.6. So this is your final answer. Okay, and that is it for today. I know it's a little bit of a longer video. Now you're going to do your practice and problem solving. Try your best. Take your time. Bye.